Okay, let's talk about, and you've probably heard of this because it's quite a common tool, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, Abraham Maslow was a guy who came up with this triangle which layers, and I'll put it in the post, I'll put a graphic on. He layers our needs and they're split into different categories. So at the very, very basic level, we need to make sure that we've got air to breathe or we'll die, that we have food, that we have water. So very, very basic things. Do we have clothing? And unless you're in the direst of circumstances, sadly, I would say, we can pretty much we can nearly all tick that off. Not everyone's got food, not everyone's got clean water. Very sad, but in the Western civilization, generally we can tick that box. Over and above that, we look at, do we have security? Do we feel safe? Are we okay? Nothing's coming for us and we can protect ourselves. Do we have employment to sustain ourselves? Things like that. So that's something that needs ticking off. And if you can tick off, I've got a job, I can keep a roof over my head, and I can get food, and I can get medication for any illnesses, then you're meeting your most basic needs in life. Over and above that, we start needing love and a sense of belonging and connection. And that's the first stumbling block that many people will come up against. Do they have that sense of connection? Do they feel any belonging? Do they feel that they love someone or something, and that they are in turn loved? Because that is important to virtually everybody. And we need, even if it's not on an intimate level, it can just be friendship. It can just be a group where we feel accepted just for exactly who we are, and that's a good place to be. And then over and above that, people want to feel they've got good self-esteem. They want to feel respected, and they want to feel empowered, that they can set their own course of life, that they are able to set their own values, to know their own worth, and to have certain expectations in life that will satisfy them, that they think they deserve. And then there's also satisfying your creativity. And this comes right at the pinnacle, the very pinnacle of Maslow's triangle is called self-actualization. And that's where you achieve the thing that makes you feel like a complete human being, that you are living your purpose, or you are working towards your purpose at least. So this is the big part of where a lot of people feel very disconnected with life and very unhappy. And this is where coaching can really help people, because they may have a nice house and they may have a decent job and they might be able to have the holidays, and pretty much they can have what they want in life, and they've got a partner, but they still feel so empty and so lost. And it doesn't matter, they've got all these lovely shiny things around them, but they're not connecting with who they really are, actually on a spiritual level. There's that part of us that needs to be, for some people, needs to be satisfied. There are a lot of people who are happy to live life at a level where they don't crave, winning an Oscar or a Grammy, and that's absolutely fine. The world needs all levels of people. But if you do feel a bit of an empty vessel, if you feel you're not reaching your true potential, and that is what would make you happy, then that is very much something that you can get a lot of help for, massive amount of help. You'd be surprised how you can get help identifying what it is that you want to do, and then how you can achieve it. That is there for you. So if you feel lacking in purpose, because our sense of a need for purpose, like what's the meaning of life, that's a big one that really bogs a lot of people down. Just what's the point? Why are we here? Is it just to work and die? That questioning nature is just uniquely human. We're not like any other species on the planet. We get very bogged down with these questions and no other species does. For whatever reason, that is our burden of being human. Maybe it's our blessing, depends where you're coming from and how you deal with it. But you don't have to feel like your life is just running away with you and that you're never going to be happy. You're never going to explore the things that you want to explore, different sides of you, so that you can tick that creativity box, you can tick that fulfilled box. You need to find that thing that satisfies your soul and do that, and it will give you the most enormous sense of peace in your life if you can do that. It can give you peace as you get older to know that I'm spending my time in a way that connects with me on a spiritual level, and it fills my cup. It makes me happy. And I'm very, very happy to help you get to that point. Really, really hope if that's something you're struggling with that you reach out for some help. Thank you.